Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. As promised, we are back with another soundbar. If you guys are in the market for one of these, this channel is going to be helpful because we've reviewed quite a few of them. It's been a video or two ago since we did the last soundbar. I had the remote speakers that went on the edge of it, and that one was 700 watts of power. This one here is 1600 watts of power. It's all in this one soundbar, 26-inch soundbar, and it's got the IP67 waterproof rating. So it's waterproof. You can put it in your boat, in your ATV, your UTV, and as we're going to do, in the golf cart, because that's what we mess around with the most, so we want good sound in there. I'm not sure if we will leave this one in the golf cart. Depends if this one sounds better than the one we currently have in the golf cart, which I doubt. They're kind of in different price tiers that are way off. This one, again, is like the last one in the $250 price range or less. Sometimes they run sales. And this one will be in that. I would say this is the budget class for a soundbar, where you're going to get an affordable soundbar that sounds good for your cart. And then like our other one we have in the cart, that one's in the little bit upper end of some of these soundbars. Obviously not the top end of, but the upper end of it. This one, like a lot of the other ones, refer to my notes here, has the RGB lights, just like a lot of these soundbars. You can turn them on and off, change the sequence, the mode, and all that stuff. And it is Bluetooth like the rest of these. So you could connect to them with your phone so you can play the music through that. And just like the other one, this one mounts to round bar, just like that last one we did, up to 2¼ inch round bar. So obviously our golf cart didn't have that. You've seen in that last video. Hopefully, if not, then we'll show you here. But we mounted round bar to our square frame, so we could mount these sound bars for these tests. And we'll probably use that same round bar to put on our buddy's cart when we mount his sound bar in his. Because he's taking one of these. And then this one also has an RCA out, which is something I haven't seen on some of these sound bars. The RCA out lets you put in a powered sub, an extra one if you wanted to, like a big one you're hiding somewhere. You could run it into this with that RCA port. So that's something different. So we're going to get this out on the table, show you what we got, and then we'll get this installed in the car and see what it sounds like. So here we go. Well, here you have it. Here is the sound bar. Easy, compact, 26-inch. You got the speakers at the end, and they do light up around the ends of those, so they look pretty cool when they're lit up. And plus, these are like a black chrome, which I think looks really nice. Unlike the other one, this one can only mount from the top. You can't mount from the bottom. Like this would hang under your round bar. As the other one, you could do either or. You can see you have your full range of speakers in here, and your controls are on the front of this one. But this one also includes 2 remotes. But you see, they're the bigger remotes. I mean, I'm up in the air about that, but I think they're a little less harder to lose, you know what I mean? If you Velcro those or something to your dash, that way they can never fall out, you'd be good to go. You got your start guide, a crap ton of zip ties. I don't even know if you use them all, but if not, you got some extra ones. You can never have enough of those. On all your hardware for mounting everything, your brackets, it even comes with these cables to secure it. The tools you need to install everything, and then the round bar brackets, and of course your power cords. And that's pretty much it on here. On this one here, like I mentioned, it does have the they're on there tight because it has the IP67 waterproof rating. So you really got to work at that. Wow. You ain't got to worry about that one, huh? Here we go. This is the RCA. So you can hook in that powered sub if you want to. Like I said, that's a little different. I mean, if you're like me, you like that bass. I might have to try that sometime. And then you have your aux port here if you're hooking in through aux, which I don't think a lot of us do. And then you have your USB if you're hooking in a USB drive. Like this particular one comes with a USB drive. So it says K-Speaker right on it. We'll see what kind of music is on that. Actually, we already know, but it's not ones I can play for you on here. But it does come with some music to test it all out with. And then, of course, Bluetooth, which I think most of us are going to hook it up through Bluetooth. So with that being said, let's get this installed in the car. I'll take you over here, show you what we got in case you didn't see our whenever we did last video. We'll show you the round bar we installed up at the top just to mount these two, because like I said, these mount round bar. So this is going to have the base that mounts onto here. We'll show you when we get to it. It's going to mount here, and then this will mount here. So we figured we'd pick this one up in order just to give it a try in that price range in case you guys are looking for one, because this would be probably the 3rd one in this price range. And we had one little smaller that was cheaper. We've done a couple like that. Then we got one in I'd say the upper mid tier range. We haven't done none of them high-end ones. Those are ones you see on like boats for like the wet sounds and stuff, where they got the big speakers coming off the back of the wake boats. We don't need that on here at all. So let's go over here to the cart and I'll show you what we're talking about with the round bar. All right, this is what we were talking about with the round bar. We installed this in here just for the testing for these sound bars. We'll probably paint it. I'll leave it in here maybe, or use it in our buddy's cart if he needs it in his. We just drilled holes, put some rib nuts into the frame, and then put some stainless hardware in here just to keep it up there. And then they easily mount from here, and it's up out of the way enough. This one don't have the rear view mirror, but it would hang enough way to get your way of a rear view mirror if you have one. So keep that in mind if you're picking that location. Otherwise, you can pick another location to mount it. You could do it up front. You could do it behind the seat. We do have one underneath the seat too, but you can hook it anywhere you want. But this is where we're going to do it for the sake of this. So let me get this hung up. I'll show you how to put the brackets on first, and then we're just going to hang it up on a round bar just like you would any round bar application on your ATV or UTV. So let me get over here and show you that. All right, I'm going to show you how to mount the brackets onto the soundbar. Before I get to that, though, there was a surprise in here that I wasn't expecting. They do have these mounts here, which will go on that square tube, that 1-inch square tube that's on the most golf carts. This will allow it to mount to that. How that's going to work is you have these which slide onto your soundbar. They'll slide on here. This will be into here, and this can hang from your square bar if you have it. But this way you can only do it like if your square bar is going this way. Obviously you can't get nothing if it's going that way, so that does limit you a little bit. But if you have that application, that would work. Or you could even use square bar and add a piece, but since we have the round bar, that's what we're going with. That's pretty easy to do. We're just going to slide these on here. They come with the rubber isolators. And then you can pick any one of these holes you want. We're just going to do center. And then you're going to use these 4 little screws and remember, this comes with the tools. So you're going to have everything you need to tighten it all on there. And that's how we're going to do that. And then we put our isolators back on. And we could use these. All right, and like I was mentioning, these are for your round bar. These are going to go on here. And then you use the bolts that are here to go through and mount those so you can mount it through your round bar. So there's a couple different options for you. And then, of course, you got your plugs to put back on that isolates the rest of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get these mounted on here first with these screws, and then we will get it put over and put the bolts through. It's going to be self-explanatory, and if you're not sure, the book does tell you, the different ways to hook it up. But let me get this hooked up, and then we'll get it over here installed. All right, these are mounted and tightened down. Like I said, you got multiple ways to mount this. You have these bigger ones that can go on there for the bigger bar. You have the smaller ones for some smaller bar, which would probably work for what we have. You also have an option of the Velcro, which I think it's pretty fast if you want to take it on and off. You just put it through there, tighten it the way you want, and it's nice and tight. And then your brackets, these are like secure brackets. There's little mounts on the back here. You're going to mount to that, and then this will wrap around your round bar. That way, if anything happened to shake or vibrate loose, it would still hang from the cables, and you wouldn't lose anything. I think that's pretty cool. So you got multiple ways of mounting it. I think for the sake of this video, I'm going to use the straps. I mean, the straps obviously is going to be specific to a certain thing, because these are going to allow it to swing, I think, a little bit more, the speaker, which might take some of the jar out of it. I mean, that could be a benefit, but it's going to swing a little bit. Keep that in mind depending how off-road you're going.
How close your head is.
Yeah, and this is a little more secure of an option. So you have multiple options of mounting this. I'm going to try the cables because I've never done the straps. I've never done those that way before. So let us get this mounted up in there. Then we'll get this thing tested. All right, guys, take 2. We're not going to use the straps. What we found out, thank God we're doing this so you guys don't have to go through these hassles, is this will work for something with a bigger frame. The round bar, there's not enough space on here for this to tighten up. Once you get around to a size of a round bar, there's nothing to connect to. It just won't connect.
You have to wrap around the speaker.
Yeah, you'd have to wrap around the entire speaker, which kind of looks gaudy. So this would be more for something, let's just say you got something bigger size like this, then you can wrap it on there. But you would need something with a bigger size. So when you wrapped it back around, it had something to grab like that. So if you had something chunkier that you wanted to mount it to, these straps are going to be the way to go. But guess not for us. So we're going to go with these smaller ones for the tubes, and then we can get that mounted on there. So that'll work better for us because we got the smaller frame size. but these will go up to the 2 1/4. This will probably catch the size we got. So we're going to put these on there and finally get it mounted in there, I hope. Here we go. All right, just for the sake of showing you guys how this hooks up, we're putting the kind of the safety cable in here. Just going to mount it on like that, tighten the screws back up. Actually, before we want to do that, we want to kind of go through itself or something like this. That way. Here we go. Now it's mounted. Now we can go back through. Put it through here. Yeah, so don't forget that step. They're about just the right length, really. There we go, and then we can tighten these down. That way, if for some reason it fell or something, the cables would still hold it up. I mean, I don't really know why it would fall, but if you're jarring around the trail a lot, I guess they could loosen up on you. There we go. That cable's installed on this side. There's one for the other side too, but I'm just doing this for the sake of the video to show you guys how to mount that. So that's all mounted up. Now we can get some power to this thing. It only has this normal kind of power plug here, if you guys can see that. We're going to run that down. It's already fused. We're just going to run it to the positive and negative on our battery is a lithium battery, so you can't plug it directly to the battery. So we do have a fuse panel in there. We're going to hook it directly to that, and that's going to give us the power we need to run this thing. And then see what this thing sounds like. So here we go. All right, we have it hung up here. This is how you can mount it another way. There's the rubber bushings in here, and there's multiple thickness ones, so you can use different ones as you need them. We do have a hook to our 12-volt power source. You can hook yours up any way you want. It already is fused, and it comes with an extra fuse if you happen to blow one. Like I said, it did come with 2 remotes, and it does come with a set of batteries. So I like the way these ones feel in my hand better than them little ones. I mean, I got a little one here coming for our other speaker, but this one here, I like the feel of this one better. So now let's turn it on since we have the 12-volt to it. You can see some of the lights there. It dances around, and on the end of the speakers, they have lights too. I'll get you some night shots of this thing. All right, now we're in Bluetooth mode. You can see the blue. So we're going to pair this. We're going to pair this with Bluetooth. You just go into your Bluetooth settings, and you'll see where it says K-Speaker. Just select that, and then when the message comes up, click pair. See if you guys can see that. So we're going to, there we go. We are paired. Now we're going to play some music for you so you guys can see it.
No copyright, of course.
Yeah, no copyright sound. So let us get this queued up for you. All right, guys, we're going to start this song for you.
Tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it You said you wanted to fall.
Well, there you have it, guys. It sounds really good. I mean, that's the difference in, like that last one we did was 700 watts. This one's 1600. And this one sounds better to me, just being the soundbar without the remotes. It just has a deeper, richer bass sound. It just sounds a lot better. Then your controls, like I said, right here on the front, which I don't think you'll mess with those too much. You're going to do it mostly on that remote. And then your speakers at the end light up. We'll get you some night shots because it looks kind of cool. Yeah, there's no lights on the back of this one, but that's okay. It does look pretty awesome. And then on your remote, you have your basic stuff on your remote where you're going to have your, if you want your equalizer stuff. Standard sounds the best to me, but they do have rock, jazz, pop. This is where you can control your lights. Like if you wanted to power the lights on and off or change the light patterns, you can do that. And then your mode, you can switch between like your all different modes that it has. Like that was the USB drive that comes. It comes with some good music on it. I don't know, but can't play it for you on here. But it does some good test ones if you wanted those. And then you have your, like I said, everything's done here too. Mode, equalizer, Bluetooth, plus and minus. So pretty basic stuff. I mean, you could change the light patterns on there. It's not like one of them remotes that have 100 different lights or buttons for the lights, but we'll get you some shots tonight and see what it looks like at night. I think it'll look pretty good. Not too bright, but just right. So
I felt it's paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
well, there you have it, guys. Pretty quick and easy install of the K-Speaker K66 speaker. For the price range, it sounds really good. I think of the ones you've seen me do in that size range, that would probably be the one I picked far as the sound goes, because it has good bass, good rich tone for the size speaker it is. Not too heavy on the lights, the multiple mounting options. I mean, and plus that RCA, I can't wait to try that. I'll try to get something to put into that. If I do, I'll try to make a video on it so you can see, you can hook something up, a remote sub somewhere or something, but pretty easy install. It is the waterproof rated and everything. So with that being said, guys, appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope it helps some of you guys out. Until next time, try something new.
Whenever your heart is broken.